Alright, welcome back. I'm starting a new recording session. Some of the things I noticed from the first one was that the music was really loud, so I've gone ahead and turned that down along with sound effects. So if there's anything else that you notice that I could do to make it better, maybe it's too dark when you're watching it, you'd like me to turn the brightest up, maybe it's too bright, whatever, just let me know, and I will do my best to fix it. So now we're going to continue exploring the upper city of Terrace. Over here's our escape pod. So it's pretty crazy. So we're gonna walk across the street, I guess you could call it. Something seems to be bothering Karth. Maybe you should speak to him and see if you can get him to open up about it. Sure, speak to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Is this a good time to ask you some more questions?
I guess I did say you could ask me questions later, didn't I? Is this really necessary?
Answer the question, damn it. I'm going to pick. I would just like to know more about... I just would like to know you better.
Oh, well, if it's an interrogation you wanted, why didn't you say so?
This isn't an interrogation. I never said that.
No, I was just joking. Though you do seem to be full of questions. It's rather refreshing, to be honest. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective.
I wasn't in a position to know what was going on, really.
Neither was I, to tell the truth. I was on board as an advisor for the most part. The battle began so fast it's anyone's guess as to what actually happened. We lost the ship and a lot of good people, and for what? On the hope that the Jedi powers would save us somehow? Not that Bastila had much of an opportunity to act. We didn't choose that battle anyway, it got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
I'm a scout. I was recruited into the fleet for my skills, if you must know.
Well, that makes sense. Still, it seems a bit strange that someone who is a last-minute addition to the crew roster is one of the survivors.
What's so odd about being added to the crew at the last minute?
You were the only one. Not to mention that Bastila's party was the one who requested your transfer.
Why would Bastila request my transfer?
The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board. I mean, hell, they practically took over the ship as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing, I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value, however, and I hate surprises.
I'm telling you, Karth, I had nothing to do with the crash.
I expect you're right. I've got no real reason to suspect you of anything. Still, it's better to be safe than sorry, right? You do know we're on the same side, right? Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
I consider this important.
All right. You're pretty damn tenacious. You know that? We'll talk about it, but later. Right now, I just want to get going.
So a new journal entry for Karth. Although he has agreed to work with you, you've learned that Karth is suspicious and mistrustful of others. There is probably a reason behind his mistrust, but he was reluctant to discuss it. So we'll learn more about Karth and his trust issues later on. So continuing onward. Kebla's shop.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Terrace. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
I want to ask you some questions.
Anything I can do to help a potential customer out. What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about these escape pods that crashed here on Terrace?
I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first.
Swoop gangs? What can you tell me about them?
Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman, if you get my drift. Smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the big intergalactic criminal organization.
I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization to cross. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, however, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand?
Is Davik working with the Sith?
Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too. But he's keeping a low profile as long as the occupation lasts. Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement, instead of always going after each other.
Okay. Swoop gangs. What can you tell me about them?
I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the hidden Becks were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulcar gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davik's own people are having problems with the Black Vulcars now.
I was wondering how you feel about the Sith.
It's not smart to say bad things about the people in power, if you get my meaning. I just wish the Sith would ease up on the quarantine, though. They're killing my business. I can't say I like having them here in Upper City, but it could be worse, and we're still a lot better off than the Lower City, what with those swoop gangs and all.
I need some general information on Terrace.
Oh, you're one of those off-worlders, aren't you? Come to Terrace for a short business trip and end up stuck here because of the Sith quarantine, right? Oh, you can't be too happy. Trapped on an unfamiliar world and all. But Terrace isn't so bad, as long as you stay in the Upper City. Just try to avoid the Sith. And stay out of the Lower City. The swoop gangs are totally out of control. Even Davik's men are having trouble down there.
I'll be going now.
Good day to you then. Remember to come back to my shop if you ever need any supplies.
Alright, so I think that's the first time we've actually heard about Davik and his criminal connections. And here we are at the cantina. So we'll peruse the cantina for information.
Don't you just love watching the Pazak players? All that strategy, all those credits. It's enough to make a girl get all flushed.
Interesting. Don't think I've ever seen a girl get horny over cards.
What do you want? Have you come here just to bother me, or do you wish to test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taurus?
I didn't realize there were Russians in the Star Wars universe. Who are you?
My name is Niklos. I'm the unofficial champion of the Pazak circuit here on Taurus. If you don't mind losing your wager, we could play a few hands.
I want to play Pazak, but I don't have a deck.
You don't even have your own deck? Then why are you bothering me? You can't play Pazak without your own deck. If you're serious about Pazak, go speak to old Garok on the other side of the tavern. His gambling days are over, and he's looking to sell his deck.
Hello there, youngster. You interested in buying the Pazak deck of an old man looking to get out of the gambling game? Just 50 credits and I'll sell you all my cards. I'll even throw in a free lesson to boot. It's a great deal, if you can afford it.
You're giving up gambling? Why?
Don't get me wrong. The game's been good to me over the years. I've traveled the span of the galaxy, from the core worlds to the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim. I've won countless fortunes, and lost countless more. But that was long ago, and things have changed. Gambling is a young man's game. That's why I'm looking to get out. My offer still stands. 50 credits gets you my old Pazak deck and a free lesson. A great offer if you can afford it.
Sure, I'll buy your deck.
Glad to see you're interested in the grand old game. The rules are pretty simple. Here, I'll load them up into your data pad so you can check them out anytime you want. Good luck. I hope the game's as good to you as it was to me. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I'd like a Pazak lesson. Okay, one of the couple mini games here in the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic game. Basically, it's like 21, but kind of goofy, is the best way to explain it. Your goal is to not get above 20, and you have modifier cards that can basically either help you hit 20 exactly or get pretty close, and then you can stand. That's pretty much the gist of the game. Your opponent draws, and then you draw, and my turn. Then your opponent draws, and then you draw. And then he'll stand on 18, so I have 15. Well, now I can play my +5, and I hit 20, so I win round 1. So then I draw, he draws, I draw, and then, you know, you gotta figure, you know, I've got, in simplest terms, I don't know how the game really breaks down, as in you shuffle the numbers you've already played back into your deck, or if the card numbers that you've already used have already gone. But, you know, you gotta figure basically you've got, you know, if you drew anywhere between 1 and 6, then you'd be okay. But if you do 7 through 10, now you're in trouble. So, you know, we can, and since we don't have any minus cards, if we went over, we wouldn't be able to recover. But we're going to go ahead and end turn and see what happens. Okay, we got a 2, so we can bring up a 3 and get a 19 and stand at 19. He went over, seeing had a minus card, and brought himself back to 19, so now we're tied. But I still have a 1 advantage. And that is Pazak, basically. It's back and forth until you either win or you lose. See, he got, the computer got lucky. Or no, he played a 4. My apologies. Okay, so 23, I gotta end my turn, and I bust. So I lost 1. Stand on 19. Might as well keep going. Oh. Oh, okay. I can at least tie. So now we're both down to 1 card each. Stand on 19. I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm going to tie him at 19 and use my last card. Might as well keep going. I'll stand on 19. Alright, so now we're all tied up, but he still has 1 more card that could modify what numbers he gets in order to win the game. I'm gonna stand on 17, because if he... And that's how you win a game of Pazak. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so that should update my journal and say that I know the rules of Pazak now. Now, Niklos and 1 more player later on are on Taurus, and I'll play all of them all the way out to win all the money. And I cheat, and here's how I cheat. After each game that you win, you save. And then, if you lose, then you just load up the previous save and play again, so you never lose. Because it's such a pain in the ass to get so far and then just lose it out, so...
Hi there. I haven't seen you around before. Of course, they don't give us Sith officers from the military base much time off.
You're from the military base? You don't look like one of the Sith.
I'm off duty right now, so I'm not in uniform. My name is Sana, junior officer, first class with the Sith Occupation Force.
I'm not interested in chatting right now.
First you come over and say hi, then you scurry off as soon as you find out I'm a Sith soldier. You Taresians are a funny bunch.
No hard feelings, my good man, but I can't really talk with you right now. It's difficult enough to draw the interest of the ladies in this establishment as it is. Surely you understand what I'm talking about. I guess you've experienced many lonely evenings, something I'm hoping to avoid tonight.
Okay.
Sorry, but I'm not here looking for conversation. I just came to get a drink, listen to some music, and try to relax before my next shift at the military base.
I'll be going now.
Good. Move along and leave me alone, or I might have to run you in for questioning.
He's not going to say anything useful. This one's funny.
Where did you get those clothes? A trash compactor in the lower city? And where are those drinks we ordered?
Sorry, I'm not your waiter.
Careful what you say. I get the feeling this spoiled brat could cause us more trouble than she's worth.
Why is the help here so incompetent? 1 word from Daddy and I could get you fired.
I don't even work here.
How dare you speak to me like that? Daddy's going to hear about this.
Okay. We'll see how that plays out when we leave the cantina. What the heck? Oh, waiter. He's the one that's supposed to be getting their drinks. The lazy bum.
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Gurlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, 2 combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll. In this corner, I give you Girl on Two Fingers. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan. And to nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks, he's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Girl on Two Fingers.
So this is the dueling area. It's a pretty easy way to make some money on Terrace. Throughout here are some of the duelists who fight, but I guess I could do at least the first duel just to show you what it's like. I'm sorry, human. The betting window's closed. No more fights right now. People are sick of seeing the same duelists all the time. It's bad for business. Unless my name is Azure. I organize all the duels here. We need a new face in the dueling game, human. Maybe you want to step up into the dueling ring. It can be a highly profitable venture. Let's start with, what are you talking about? I can arrange for you to fight in the duel ring. If you win, you get the standard contract, 10% of all wagers. And don't worry, nobody dies in the duel ring anymore. Death matches are illegal now. Most fighters in the duel ring use vibroblades or stun sticks because the ring's pretty small. But a few of the duelists use blasters. Use whichever you prefer.
Vibroblades and blasters? And nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
The duel ring has energy suppressor fields to make sure nobody dies. Weapons are limited as they hurt, but don't kill. And we've got a medic droid in case of severe injuries. Are you interested? I'll do it, but I want more than 10%. Ha ha ha. You're joking, right? If I pay you more, then everyone wants more. No, you get the same as all the others. 10%. That's my final offer. Okay, I'll do it. Good. New blood for the ring, but you need a nickname, like Ice, or Deadeye, or Twitch. Good nicknames make people bet more. What's a good name for you? You're an offworlder. You're new here. People won't recognize you. I know. From now on, in the duel ring, you'll be the mysterious stranger. The mysterious stranger. I like that, because you really don't get a choice. The mysterious stranger is a perfect name for you. You've got no past, no history. It makes you seem like you have some big, dark secret. People like that make them bet more.
This is for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across a crew manifest back on the Endar Spire.
You ready for a duel now? You want to step into the ring right away? I'll set you up with Deadeye Duncan to start. I'll tell you the rules if you're ready. I'm ready for a duel. Yes, you fight and people bet, and I make money. It's all good. Only one rule, nobody dies. Your opponent goes down, you don't finish them off. Death matches are illegal now. You knew at this, so I'll start you off easy. You get to fight Deadeye Duncan. Are you ready to go into the ring now? Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. You've seen him lose night after night after night, but this time he's after fresh meat. In this corner I give you Deadeye Duncan. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the terrace dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger!
Alright, enemy sighted. So, we'll just run all over here.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! But really, are any of us surprised? Deadeye losing isn't news. You have to do better than that to impress us, stranger!
Okay. And then we come back to Azure for our winnings. Good fight, good fight. People like you, mysterious stranger. They bet a lot when you fight. It makes me happy and rich. I always pay my debts. You won, so you get paid 10% of the purse. That was the deal. Here's your credits. You come see me when you're ready to fight again. So for the first fight you get 100, and then you get 100 more credits for each fight. So 200, 300, 400, 500, so on. So that's the Upper City Cantina. And we'll play more Pazak once I have more cards, because you'll get more cards as you explore Terrace. Not any of the real good cards, but you do get better ones. Or you at least get some minus cards that can help make the difference between whether or not. So if you'll recall, Ganna Lavin, the bitch back in the cantina there that was talking trash to us about getting her drinks, well, here she is. Well, it went away too quick, but basically she's like, for messing with me, I'm gonna have you killed. So we're gonna show her what's up.
You asked for this!
Daddy!
And then she goes running off. What a little bitch. Oh well. Get a vibro blade and a vibro blade. So we'll run in here real quick.
Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. Finest selection of supplies in all of Terrace. You interested in seeing what I have in stock?
Let me see what you've got.
Just so you know, the prices on the items are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
So we're gonna go to the show sell list. And sell 2 vibro blades. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the rest. So we're gonna go back to the buy list. And I'm gonna buy this. Okay. And they got some other nice things, but yeah, that's not worth a 2 to 9 and a +1 attack modifier for a weapon that's not even